Hello everybody, welcome to Unboxing with Bill. My name is Bill Hirschinger. I work for Standard Electric and I'm the Director of Engineering. We have, but backed by popular demand, Eric Reiter from ABB.
Good morning.
And we're very honored to have you again.
Thank
This is
you.
one of my reoccurring guys. He might be a regular.
Oh.
So go
Join knows I love these
do a
videos.
little reintroduction of yourself and
Eric Reiter, I'm the local account manager for ABB. Kind of in most of the state of Wisconsin. I've got a couple of counterparts, and we kind of split it up together. And then I'm responsible for all the Standard Electric locations here in Wisconsin. And I've been with ABB about 10 years and going on about 30 years in the industry.
awesome. So what do you have for us today, Eric?
Well, today I wanted to bring in the Soft
I'm
Starter.
going to move this.
One of our Soft Starter products that we have.
A soft starter.
Soft Starter.
This one,
Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah.
I don't know if you want the whole unboxing on here. So here's the way
I can kind of help you.
packaged.
So it looks nice.
Yeah. And here's a Modbus RTU interface accessory that came with it, and
Excellent.
then the user manual as well. So for customers not as familiar with soft starters are similar to a drive in that they help for loads that typically motor loads where you want the motor to come up to speed slower. You don't want to suddenly use a starter where a contactor is going to drop full line voltage across the load and you're going to have a massive inrush.
Right.
So using a soft starter, similar to how you use a drive, is you're going to ramp it up slowly, get it up to the speed you want it to run at, and then when you're done with your application, you're going to ramp it down slowly so it comes offline slowly as well.
It's a lot easier on the mechanical items and obviously on the voltage coming up.
Sure.
So efficiency and all that would be better and a lot better for all the mechanical items that are in there, the shivs and the pulleys and all that stuff.
So you reduce your maintenance costs,
Right.
things like that. Now, where it differs from a drive is that a soft starter does not. You don't vary your speed of your application. Typically, you bring it up to speed, you bring it back down when you're done. You're not varying it in between.
Goes to full 60 hertz
Yep,
here in
exactly.
the US. So
And this is one of 4 different versions we have. So this is kind of in the middle of the range. This is our PSE soft starter. On the lower end of the range, we would have the PSR and the PSRC, which are, so where you see we have an HMI in the front of here for doing your programming. On the PSR and the PSRC, well, actually in the PSR, we have little potentiometers from adjusting your settings. That's
so it's
typically-
not as high tech.
It's not as high tech.
So-
It has, for instance, this has motor protection built into it. It's got some applications on it for, depending on what you're running, you can set it up for programming. Like, for instance, kickstarting a stuck pump system. With the lower PSR range, we go up to 105 amps. And its real focus is on compressors. You don't have built-in motor protection, so now you need an additional item to provide your.
So you would need
motor
like
protection.
a MSP, a motor starter protector, or is that what this is right here?
So I brought a couple of items along, like you might put in an manual motor protector.
So this is an MSP, manual motor starter protector.
Correct.
And this would go on the line side of the soft starter.
And exactly, so that's going to provide your short circuit protection in the case of a fault. It's also going to provide your thermal protection to make sure that you want that to open up before you're damaging your motor.
And if you're not using one of these, you could use a breaker or a disconnect.
And I did bring just some examples of breakers and disconnects that we might use in conjunction with it. There's an XT circuit breaker, and then here's just a simple fuse holder.
And that, okay.
So these also provide, depending on which ones you use, like that you might use with a PSR because it does provide the thermal protection for motor protection. When we move up into the PSE range and then the big brother, which is the PSTX, they have built-in motor protection. And in the case of the PSTX, which is our top of the line, very extensive motor protection functionality. You don't necessarily need motor protection, but you would still need something to provide short circuit protection in your system.
And
whether
a
it's fuses.
disconnect means of some
Exactly.
kind.
Disconnect for isolation.
Yep. What specific applications? Where would we use this?
Typically, HVAC applications are big. So for all of the range, they fall into typically pumps, fans, compressors, and conveyors.
Yep.
and depending on which product line. So for instance, the little brother here, the PSR and the PSRC, which actually take the adjustability away, are more specific towards compressor applications, although they do still find pump and fan and conveyor apps. But then as you get up into the more advanced products like the PSE and the PSTX, really are more focused on the pumping applications where they have built-in features that can really help, number one, protect your motor. In the event of, like, say, your motor's run out of liquid. It's not pumping anything anymore. It can shut down the system. If it's jammed, it can detect it. It can kickstart to help clear a jam.
I hope we're not doing any jams, sucking in squirrels or something like that. That'd be a real bear.
It's got a feature to get them right back out again.
Well, I appreciate this, Eric.
Yeah, thanks,
and
Bill.
thank you for taking the time with us. And everybody, enjoy Unboxing with Bill, and we'll see you in our next episode.